What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm not going to talk about any thing related to English teaching specifically, or the things that I generally suggest or guide or share my personal experience related to English. How I worked on my English, or what all are the things required for you guys in order to become a good English speaker, or the common hesitations, the common problems that we generally experience, in the path or in the journey of becoming a good English speaker. I'm not talking about that of the things because today I'm not feeling like talking about that thing. I'm just feeling more like talking about some other things related to what all I'm doing uh, related to, of course, English only. It will be specific to English only, but it's not like a guidance or something. Or you might also you know be got you would also be bored of that thing, I believe. So this video will act like a break, you can say. Right. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the English movies that I've already seen so far in my life, and the English movies which are in my list that I'm going to watch uh, from now onwards. And the movie that I'm already watching, I'm majorly watching these English movies, specifically the movies which are made by the native speakers, like the American movies and everything, majorly just to enhance my listening comprehension, because my listening comprehension of the native speakers is not that good. I mean, it's pretty decent enough as far as I'm listening to something that is of my interest and that I already have some knowledge of. And it is maybe when I'm watching any video that is either podcast or an interview or something, or any video where the person or the people are directly addressing the masses. Movies also address the masses, but that's a different thing. uh, uh, Here I'm basically talking about the conversation and everything. So in those type of video, I don't face any serious issue. I am able to understand almost everything. uh, just to repeat, you might have forgotten. What I'm saying is that when I don't face any issue even while listening to the native speakers, as long as they are talking about something that I have interest in or I already have some knowledge in. Or and when they are in some podcast or some interview or anything, that's where I almost face no issue at all. But when it comes to movies and series and everything, that's where my struggle starts significantly. That's where I start to struggle a lot, and I don't understand most of the things. So for that, in order to enhance that comprehension, that listening comprehension, I have started watching English movies. And anyways, also, I just have to consume as much English as possible. I have to listen to a lot of English, as much English as possible. Sorry. So that my vocabulary and my phrasing and everything uh, continue to enhance, continue to get better and better, because eventually those are the words and phrases only which we generally use while speaking. Right. That majorly acts as an active vocabulary, because we get to hear the correct pronunciation, we get to understand the context of for which a particular word or a phrase is said. And we generally, our mind is designed like this. I mean, I'm saying this on personal experience and observation that I've done so far in my life, that we generally tend to repeat those things that we generally like while listening or watching any video content. So we generally start using those phrases and those words in a day-to-day life. Sometimes more frequently, sometimes less frequently. Some phrases and words are used more, some are less, but we tend to start using them. And what happens when we tend to start using them also? So they get added to our active vocabulary, right? And the stuff that we read, that generally becomes a part of our passive vocabulary majorly. I'm not saying we don't use any of the words or phrases of our reading content in a real life. I'm not saying that we don't use it, we use that also. Okay. So coming back to the movies that I've so far seen, I might forget one or two movies for sure, but I have made a list. of the movies that I'm gonna watch, and I'm also telling you the movies that I've already seen. And there are movies that I've already seen, but I'm gonna watch them again and again, or maybe at least two times, at least three times, or maybe even five times, till the time I don't understand them really well, so that I start understanding them even without subtitles. At least I don't, at least till the time I don't start understanding at least 80 to 90% of the entire movie without subtitles. If I'm able to understand almost every dialogue, almost every word, up to 80 to 90% of the entire movie without subtitle, that is the time when I can say that yes, I understand that movie and I have seen that movie pretty well. Because comprehensible input, the science, through which this theory has come up, the comprehensible input, you may google it. I may make a separate video to talk about that thing. So comprehensible input also says the same thing, that if you are able to understand 80 to 90% of something, and 10 or 20% seems to be challenging for you, you can switch to some newer content, right? So your repetitions should reach up to a level where you start to understand at least 80 to 90% of the thing, and then you can move on to the other content. The remaining 10%, 50%, eventually with time you will start to make sense of it as well, with the help of other content, because the same things are going to repeat in some other contexts, and in some other ways the pronunciation will be different, the scenario will be different, the speakers will be different, the actors will be different, and so on. Same goes for reading also, right? So comprehensible input, you can definitely google it, or simply you can watch it on YouTube, right? So the movies that I've already seen is are, grammar should be correct. Okay, so Shawshank Redemption is the movie that I now understand most of it, or almost all of it. Like I can easily say that I understand at least 80 to 85% of the movie even without subtitles. Shawshank Redemption, wonderful movie they say, and this truly is a wonderful movie. When you start understanding, when you start to comprehend the language easily, it's a wonderful movie. Yes, I mean, what can I say about this movie? The guy is convicted of a murder, of actually two murders that he didn't commit, he didn't do, and then he is put behind the bars for two life sentences, uh, a punishment for something that he didn't even do, and then how he still has the hope, and how he does his things in the cell, in the jail, and how he gets out of the jail, and how he thinks throughout, and what all happens. Wonderful movie. Two life sentences for a crime that you didn't even commit, right? So a wonderful movie. Titanic is another movie that I easily now understand at least 80 to 85%, or maybe even 90% of the entire movie, even without subtitles. So I'm just done with Titanic also. Although I already seen Titanic earlier also, but earlier, for the very first time, when I saw this movie, it was in Hindi only. That's my mother tongue. It was of course dubbed in Hindi, so of course I understood everything. But as far as watching it in English is concerned, I almost had no idea. But now, after going through at least three times or four times, of course with the help of subtitles, now I can easily watch this movie even without subtitles. Uh, and I can easily understand at least 85 to 90% of this movie. So now I have moved on to the next movie, that is Man from Earth. It's a science fiction movie, wonderful movie. Uh, this is also a kind of movie that I would definitely like to make. Not maybe the same concept; it would be considered copying, but similar sort of thing that basically uh, surprises the people, that kind of shocks the people, that any such thing also can exist in the world, that people won't believe, that kind of thing, right? So Man from Earth, a wonderful movie, a movie just shot inside a cabin only, or the surroundings at max. So the location limitation is there, because location is maybe the other locations are not even required. That's they have shot their entire movie inside a cabin only, inside a home, a house only. It's a big room, or a big sitting area only, where the entire movie is majorly shot. And the main uh, the main thing, or the spine of this entire movie is its storyline. The way the protagonist of this movie uh, narrates the story, the way he narrates the story and the kind of story it is, and it is actually real. But another conclusion is that it might not be real. It was just that maybe he was a very good storyteller, and he knew some things in depth of his other colleagues. He's basically a professor in the movie, and all his colleagues, the all fellow professors, he maybe knows a lot of things about them, and that is the only thing that he pitches in front of them with a lot of conviction. And he tells them that he's 14,000 years old, and he has been on earth since a very long time. He has seen earth changing a lot, and he has met Gautam Buddha, and I should not give you some spoilers, but you can watch the movie if you really want. But he has definitely met Buddha. Buddha. This is maybe a part of spoiler that I've already given to you, so I'm really very sorry for that. Man from Earth is the movie that I'm currently going through, and I will, once I'm done with this recording, I will watch this. I will continue. I'll resume this movie. Then I'm gonna watch Time Trap. Time Trap is the movie that I've already seen a couple of times, at least two times I can easily say. But still, I just want to get the neck of it. I want to grab its neck, and I want to hold it tightly. By holding it tightly means I just want to understand almost every damn thing, even without subtitles. Right? Of course, I understand this movie up to a very big level, but still, I still use the subtitles sometimes. But now, I'm kind of sure that if I give at least two repetitions to this entire movie, one maybe I'll still have to go through the subtitles, but then after that I think I can understand this movie almost entirely, maybe even 90 to 95% at least, even without subtitles. So once I reach that level, then I will move to the next movie. All right, so now these are the movies that I have almost not seen. Maybe a couple of movies that I've already seen, but again, I just want to get the best out of them, right, in order to increase my comprehension. All right, so Man from Earth is the movie I'm going through. Next would be Time Trap. After this, I will watch Anger Management. Then it's going to be Wrong Turn. Any part, whichever part I like the most. Not all the parts, maybe just one part only. But it's very cringy. It's a very creepy sort of movie. So I'm not a very big fan of these movies. Although I like them, but I'm not a very big fan, or I'm not crazy or fanatic for them. Fall. Then the movie comes Fall. Then I would watch No Escape, Home Alone, The Lion King, Wonder, and Intern. So this is the current list that I have made, and of course this list will definitely increase with time if I feel so. So for the time being, these are the movies currently present in my list. I've also seen another movie. What is that name? This movie is basically based on the Civil War in maybe Hong Kong or maybe Vietnam. For sure, it was not Vietnam. Maybe it was Hong Kong only. No Escape. No Escape is the name of that movie, and I've seen that movie maybe one time only properly. That too again with subtitles. But again, I think I'll have to give it a shot for at least a couple of times. If I watch this movie at least two more times, even if I have to watch it for three times, I will definitely do that. I will definitely do that. So even if I have to give two more times or three more times, I will definitely watch this movie again and again. And yeah, so this is the list that I have to go through, and I have to watch all these movies. I'm already almost 14 minutes in this video. Thank you so much if you have seen this video so far. I was about to say if you have seen this movie so far. So if you've already seen this video so far, and if you're still here, I can't appreciate enough. I request you guys to please put the time in the comment box till the time you have watched this video. It's 14:20 something. Okay. If you guys want to have speaking practice with me, one-on-one conversation with me, you guys can check out the links present in the description in the comment box. In the comment box, yes, in the comment box as a pinned comment. And if you want to say any damn thing, you can leave down a comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye.